His mother's name was Sumitra. In fact, the exile of Laxman is greater than the exile of Rama. Staying away from his wife for 14 years, he only made the service of Ram the goal of his life. For Lakshmana, Ram was his parents, guru, brother and everything, and obeying his orders was his main religion. Urmila's Akhand Padavradha Dharma. According to Valmiki Ramayana, Urmila Janakandini was the younger sister of Sita and was married to Lakshmana, the son of Dasaratha and Sumitra, at the time of Sita's marriage. When Laxman also started going to exile along with Ram and Sita, then wife Urmila also insisted to go with them, but Laxman refused her by saying that the kingdom of Ayodhya and the mothers needed them. It was a very difficult time for Urmila as she was a newlywed and her married life was just beginning. Urmila's father came to Ayodhya after Laxman's exile and started requesting Urmila to go to her maternal home, so that Urmila's sorrow of separation from her husband could be reduced in the company of her mother and friends. But Urmila refused to go to her maternal home, Mithila, saying that according to her husband's orders, living with her husband's family members and not leaving them in sorrow is her religion. This was Urmila's unbroken husbandry religion. Urmila could not shed tears even in this most critical moment when Lakshman was leaving, because her husband Lakshman had taken another promise from her that she would never shed tears, as she would not be able to take care of her family if she was immersed in her grief. What did Urmila do for 14 years? One can read a story based on recognition in this regard. Legend has it that Ravana's son Meghnad had a boon that only a person who had not slept for 14 years could defeat him. It is said that Laxman was so engaged in the protection and service of his brother Sri Ram and sister-in-law Sita that he could not sleep for 14 years. According to the legend, Urmila slept for 14 years instead of him. Nidra Devi. This story is also based on legends, the description of which is not found in Ramcharitmanas. Because Lakshmanji was present at the time of Lord Sri Ram's coronation. The story goes that after the slaying of Ravana, Sri Ram, Sita and Lakshmana returned to Ayodhya and preparations for the coronation of Lord Sri Ram started there. At that time Laxman started laughing loudly. When Laxman was asked the reason for this laughter, he said that he had waited for this moment all his life, that he would now see Sri Ram being crowned, but now he has to fulfill the promise given to Nidra Devi that he had to go to exile. Was given before. According to legend, on the first night of exile, when Lord Rama and goddess Sita went to rest in a hut, Lakshmana stood guard outside the hut as a sentinel. Only then did Nidra Devi appear before him. Then Laxman asked for a boon from Nidra Devi to make him free from sleep for 14 years, then Nidra Devi accepted his wish and said that someone would have to take his share of sleep. Then Laxman requested Nidra Devi to give his share of sleep to his wife Urmila. Nidra Devi agreed to his words on one condition, that as soon as he returned to Ayodhya, Urmila's sleep would be disturbed and she would have to sleep. Lakshmana was laughing at the fact that now he would have to sleep and would not be able to see Rama's coronation. It is said that Urmila witnessed this ceremony in his place. Urmila of Laxman gave birth to two sons named Angad and Chandrakatu and a daughter named Samda. Angad established Angadiya-puri and Chandrakatu established Chandrakanta-puri. Now you must be thinking that if Urmila kept sleeping for 14 years under the influence of Nidra Devi, then how did she fulfill her promise to Laxman to serve her mother-in-law and other family members? So the answer is that Mother Sita had given a boon to Urmila. According to that boon, Urmila could do 3 things simultaneously. Isn't it surprising? Although the experts of Ramayana deny such an incident.